Anyway, that's still deactivated. I'm not entirely sure why. And I honestly forget. But anyway, now that that event is through, I swear that usually doesn't go that smoothly. And that's a weird thing to say after all that struggling I just did. But anyway, with that, we can now head into the mound and check out what lies beneath. What lies beneath? This does. Okay. Basically, what this puzzle wants you to do is to climb up here and stand on this switch. Then pull out your fire blaster. And whenever these things line up correctly, shoot them. They seem really oddly erratic. But your goal is to make them make a complete snake pattern going up to the top. And like so. If you screw one up, you have to shoot it again to get it to start. There we go. And doing that will open that doorway. It provides you plenty of crates for health recovery. Like you need that money. Like you need that here. And magic recovery, which is what you'll actually need. But once you've done that, which it shouldn't take nearly as long as that test to get in here did. Oy vey. You can go through here, and yes, for all that hard work, you've earned yourself a Krazoa Shrine. But wait, what happens at the end of a Krazoa Shrine? Another freaking test. And this one's a doozy too. The game developers were so generous to Let's Plays of this game. It kind of surprises me how few there really are, given the circumstances. Oh, that's right. You have to rocket your way up. There's no ladder. Silly me. Anyway. This is basically just a time switch akin to the earlier one. We've got some bats basically to take care of. Get some health from here. And this is another time switch, I believe. Okay, that lowers the water. So you can't just swim across. Also, those can hurt you. And then, if the water raises up, that gateway closes. So yeah, that's a fun time switch. Fun times on a time switch. And once again, same deal, time switch. But here you got rolling barrels. Roll out the barrel. I shall not sing polka for you. Because you do not want me to sing polka for you. I do not believe. Anyway, speaking of me singing polka for you, it's time for this test. And that segue makes no sense whatsoever unless you know what this test is. And even then, it might not make perfect sense to you. I don't know. It's up to you, really. Anyway. Test 3, the test of fear. You must stand and face your deepest fears. Keep the guideline within the green area. If you succeed, become yours to return. This is probably the most difficult of the Krazoa tests to me. At least in terms of how often I fail. Basically, you have to move the control stick back and forth to react to how this red bar moves within this green space. And if it goes out like that, you become overwhelmed by fear and fail the test. You have failed, it said in its weird voice. Anyway, grab that gem and rocket right back up, spending it again in the process, not processed. I'm starting to talk like a West Virginian. It's been 20 years, and now I'm starting to sound like it. I hate you. I really shouldn't waste that fruit. And it's a good idea to try and swim across. I very deliberately attempted to not say across, because that just bugs me when people say that. But you can swim across that as much as it'll let you before the water drains completely. Also, that switch didn't fully depress, which leaves me rather fully depressed. Or not. Anyway, I'll also take the test of fear again. This is another thing that's going to become an issue. It's just the returning to this one is so much harder than some of the other tests are. Because everything that it is a time switch. But basically, the red bar moves on its own, and you have to use the control stick to try and keep it in the center. Which is basically representative of keeping your fears in check, despite the unexpected happening. It actually can be quite nerve-wracking and even fear-inducing in the real world. And especially when the colors started going all funky there, you could see that threw me off. I really wish it wouldn't be so blunt about it. Yes, I failed. But it's nothing to be rude over. Okay. Ow. I just basically rolled into a spike and impaled myself. Ow. Okay, I think now would be a good time to try and find a basket in here. Lo and behold, there's a basket. But it has money. I did not need money. I am full of money. Ow. Maybe I should just learn to not be quite so quick at taking damage. There. Get a little bit of health back. Now it's time to take the test of fear again. But yeah, this is actually fairly scary, just in general, honestly. Even though none of it is real, even in the game, this isn't real. None of this actually happens. This is all in your head. You invent these fears yourself. And it's all in your mind. You have to keep yourself stable. Even as everything goes all funky. And is that a giant invisible General Scales picking you up? What's he gonna do? That doesn't look good for you, but then there you go. Suddenly it's all over, and you've mastered your fears. I don't know about you, but I don't think that's going to affect my ability to sleep tonight too much. At least not more than staying up this late and having Coke already did. Hey. And with that, we are back in the village. But fortunately, we can actually escape the village now. Escape the village. This isn't British TV. Need to watch more of it. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Well, I know what I'm talking about, but I don't know why I'm talking about it. That's actually kind of a running theme. Whenever I'm talking, whenever I say, like, wait, what am I even talking about? I usually mean to say, I know what I'm talking about, but why am I talking about it? I don't know. That's just how things are. But yeah, I think I'll keep going for a while more. I mean, not like I was really gonna give up, but anyway. Phrasing, my ability with words, I need to improve it. And note that you can open the gateway now and escape. You can also, these trees, I think the next time you go through here, those trees with the targets on them, you'll see a code being input on them that basically lets you get in further if you want to explore more in there, which can be an interesting thing to do, but for now you don't have to. But anyway, now that you have the Krazoa Spirit from the Lightfoot village, all you have to do is head back to Thorntail Hollow, back to the Warpstone, and back to Krazoa Palace. So, I guess, what are we going to do next, I suppose? Well, we could go to the palace. I see you there, useless bathroom dad.
Beware of the red mushrooms.
Okay. You could have told us that at the beginning of the game to beware of these things. I hate the red mushrooms. I'm not a huge fan of mushrooms in general, actually. I guess that's the thing. It's like there's a lot of mushrooms in this game, but they feed the dinosaurs mushrooms, and they have those mushrooms that spew the poison gas. But I'm just not a fan of mushrooms.
The Warpstone keeps us all awake. It's a disgrace.
Well, I guess we should go do something about that, eh? Maybe.
The rest think I'm barking mad. But I did see a flying ship. I think
Well, I think you're kind of mad anyway, but you probably did. I mean, it's not like there's none of those around.
Scales cannot be allowed to get away with this.
Well, tell me something I don't know. But, yeah, I think I am going to go to the Warp Stone and go to Krazoa Palace. Just checking through things here. Okay. I don't know why I'm doing that. I just felt like it, checking my inventory. Anyway, hello there, big guy.
Are you ready to go to Krazoa Palace?
Well, why else would I be here? And as you can see, instead of dropping you off at the entrance, this time it drops you off in the room with the warp pad that we found earlier. Because now there's a clean pathway into here, I guess. Yeah, I don't care about you. And you don't care about me, apparently, either, because you're not bothering to try and smack me after I'm off of your elevation. But anyway, now we're back in this chamber. We have to find a place where we can release this Krazoa Spirit. Possibly now that we can get more places. Why don't we check out this level and see what there is around the edges here? I see a sharp claw door. Maybe we can open that if we put on our disguise. And just like that, we found a place to release our spirit. That took pretty much no time. But with that, the spirit flies up to join its brethren, I guess, if you want to call it that. That was a lot shorter of a trip than it was last time. Yeah, that went and was gone in a flash, recently. Anyway.